Assalamualaikum and salam UiTM to our panel Viva for today. Today, we would like to present our research on title Effect of Bullying Among Students at UiTM Kedah. First and foremost is, my name Zuraime Idrus and my research partner is Azira binti Our research has been supervised by Madam Intan Syahriza binti Azizan. For the first introduction of research background is, according to Lorenzo and co-authors, bullying is a form of aggression characterized by repeated psychological or physical operations involving the abuse of power in relationships to cause distress or control another. It is a complex and serious problem which expresses differently according to age, gender, culture, and technology. From the bunny and others, traditionally, there are four main types of bullying, which are physical that involve assault, verbal that using threat, rational that consists social exclusions, and the last one is indirect, which is spreading the rumors. Bullying, which is frequently ignored, is a critical topic that could impact success in education institutions due to Kibria and others. While Sharia and her group state that bullying has been reported to be considered as a serious problem in academic settings in all parts of the world. We move to the problem statement. There are 20.2%, which shows that 1 out of every 5 students report being bullied, and there is no exception for those who are being bullied, either boy or girl. This is reported by National Center for Educational Statistics in 2019. According to Wilford and his group, many bullies and victims shows bad academic performance and having low self-evaluations. WHO or World Health Organization has called for research into bullying and has stressed the series of deep problems cited by Martinez Sanchez and co-authors. Thus, this research tries to reveal the factors that contribute bullying among students at UiTM Kedah. Next is research question. We have listed down all of 5 research questions. First is, what is the extent of bullying among students at UiTM Kedah? Second, what is the relationship different in gender and bullying towards students? Third, what is the relationship between victim and bullying towards students? Fourth, what is the relationship between academic performance and bullying towards students? And the fifth is, what is the most influential factors of bullying towards students? Followed by research objectives, there's also 5 in total. These are the objectives that are important to accomplish in order to achieve the overall purpose of this study, which are as follows. To know the extent of bullying among students at UiTM Kedah. Next is to identify the relationship between gender and bullying towards students. To examine the relationship between victim and bullying towards students. To determine the relationship between academic performance and bullying towards students. And last but not least is to investigate the most influential factors of bullying towards students. This is the conceptual framework in order to research and understand the effect of bullying among students at UiTM Kedah. This reasonable system will give an understanding well of whether independent variable has significant relationship with the student bullying. The independent variables are gender, victim, and academic performance, while bullying as the dependent variable.
We move to the methodology. For the research designs, we use quantitative methods and also Google Form survey to spread the questionnaire through WhatsApp groups. And for the units of analysis, the individuals which refer to the degree students from 5 faculty at UiTM Kedah. The sample size is referring to 110 respondents. For the sampling technique, we use a cluster sampling. For the data measurements, for independence variables and dependence variables used are nominals, ordinals, and interval scales. And for the data collections, which are representing the demographic profile in sections A, and followed by section B, dependence variables, which is bullying, and followed by section C, which is gender, section D, victims, and also academic performance in sections E. And the data analysis that we are using is IBM SPSS to test the research objective, and also consists of descriptive statistics which representing mean, medians, modes, and also standard deviations. followed by t-test, persons correlations, multiple regressions analysis, and also pilot study. We move to the demographic profile. To analyze the profile of responding, as we can see here that the majority of respondents come from female students with 52.7%. And for the age is come from the range of 18 to 25 years old. For the current CGPA, the majority of students come from 3 to 3.49 pointer with 53.6%. And our study focuses to 5 faculty at UiTM Kedah, which are FSPPP, FPP, FP, FPMs, and also FSSR. And here also the programs under the faculty, which those programs are degree students programs. And we also intend to know where they stay during the study, and it shows that the majority of students come from the NR students. As we move to the main findings, the first research objective is to identify the relationship between gender and bullying towards students. And the analysis used is a person's correlations with the result shows that R value is 0.685, and the hypothesis testing shows that there is a significant relationship between gender and bullying towards students. For the second research objective is to examine the relationship between victims and bullying towards students, and the analysis used is persons correlations, and it shows the results of R value is 0.661, and the hypothesis testing shows that there is a significant relationship between victims and bullying towards students. For the third research objective is to determine the relationship between academic performance and bullying towards students, and the analysis used is person correlations, and the result shows R value is 0.603, and the hypothesis testing shows that there is a significant relationship between academic performance and bullying towards students. And the fourth research objective is to investigate the most influential factors of bullying towards students, and the analysis used in multiple regressions, and the result shows the beta results of 0.381, and the hypothesis testing shows that gender is the most influential factors compared to other factors. As for the discussions, it shows that there is a relationship between gender, victims, academic performance, and bullying towards students at UiTM Kedah. The regression result shows that all the factors were identified as the predictors of bullying. It can be proven that gender, victims, and academic performance affect bullying. From this research, it shows that the research objective and hypotheses are being supported and achieved successfully.
We are now on limitation. First, finite number of respondents. Begin with the first limitation of this study is in terms of the respondent, whereby this study is only include degree student in UiTM Kedah. The degree students were in the range of 80 to 25 years old. This study does not include other students in UiTM Kedah. Secondly, its taken limitation is limited geographical area. This research was only conducted in geographical location which is in UiTM Kedah, which may not accurately represent the entire student UiTM Kedah. The finding cannot be generalized for all respondents at UiTM Kedah. And follow with time management. The researcher faced difficulties in their time management during the entire process of doing research report, as they are also connected with other works, tasks that need their attention to write out is successful, especially for online learning in the middle of pandemic. This can be discussed as one of the personal constraints faced by researchers, as their time management is not being carried out wisely. And there are few recommendations for the future research. First is variety of respondent. The researchers should include both academic taking, which are diploma, and degree students by taking the considerations of both academic takings. It will give the different findings. Second is broaden the geographical area. Based on the second limitations, it was only focusing into one geographical location so as to curb the limitation, the researchers should expand their geographical, which can include the other higher institutions which coming from various universities, which are the close university at UiTM Kedah is AIM University. By having the huge area of study, it will help the researcher to find more students not only in UiTM Kedah but others university as well. As for closure, basically this study was led to identify the effects of bullying among students at UiTM Kedah. All variables in this study had achieved the objective and also had illustrated the positive relationship between these 4 variables toward effects of bullying among students in UiTM. Hence, out of the independent variable, it can be concluded that gender has a high degree in affecting and influencing the effect of bullying among students at UiTM Kedah. That's all for our presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.